Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this special service or Higan service this morning. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gasho. Put your hands together. Even the names of the three evil realms of suffering do not exist there. Only delightful sounds are heard naturally. This is why the land is called Peace and Happiness, from the Raja Sutra, Volume 1. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this Ohigan service this morning. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you for the BWA members and people who are helping making ohagi this morning. I understand some people came yesterday, or some people shopping, last couple of days. Then even this morning, some people came really early morning to making ohagi. Ohagi is Japanese sweets. Then red beans, mochi covered by the red beans. So this is one of Ohigan tradition. We offer this ohagi to the Buddha. So after this service, everyone get 2 ohagi per person. So please enjoy the ohagi after the service. Then in addition, this is all, I introduced, this is a Japanese tradition. At the same time, this is one of the Shinran Shonin's, our founder Shinran Shonin's favorite food. So red beans is our founder Shinran Shonin's favorite food. So that's why it is, I think, good for us to offer ohagi to the Buddha and our founder Shinran Shonin. Plus, I also like it. So arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. So this morning, we chanted Sambutsuge this morning. So Sambutsuge is a part of the larger sutra. So one of the 3 Pure Sutra which we are following. Then in the sutra, there's it says, one king encountered a Buddha. So the Buddha's name is Lokisivara Buddha. So the king listened the message, those Buddha's message. Then the king was inspired by the Buddha's message. So the king decided to become a disciple of that Buddha. So then the king became a Bodhisattva Dharmakara. He became a Bodhisattva. Then the Bodhisattva Dharmakara expressed his aspiration to become a Buddha. So I fulfill these practices. I complete this practice to attain enlightenment. So he expressed his strong wish to become a Buddha. That's Sambutsuge. So we are chanting this morning. Sambutsuge means praising. Sam means praise. Butsu means Buddha. Ge is a gather. So Sambutsuge is a gather of praising the Buddha. So Buddha means Lokisivara Buddha. So Amida Buddha, before Amida Buddha became Amida Buddha, so Amida Buddha was Buddha Bodhisattva Dharmakara. So when he was still the Bodhisattva, he expressed his will, his strong will to attain enlightenment. So then he kind of wrote a poem or song, Gatha. That's we are chanting. We chanted this morning, Sambutsuge. So if you are interested to read the entire Raja Sutra, I welcome you to come to the Wednesday morning service. That's we are chanting. We are reading 3 Pure Sutra section by section. So then, well, we just finished the Raja Sutra. So next we are going into the Contemplation Sutra. So, but this is a kind of brief information on the Sambutsuge we are chanting this morning. So in our service, we have a sutra chanting. We had a Oshoko offering incense. We do Gassho and right hand and reciting Namo Amida Butsu. Gassho means put our hands together. Right high means bow. Then we also sing a gatha. Then now we are listening to the Dharma message. Then we also do the readings. So there's a kind of service format, service programs we have. So what is this for? That's we have to think. There's a purpose of this service order, service program. Do you think these are for us to become a kind of clever or wise person? Do you think this program is for us to become a rich person? Probably not. So these are the service program for us. Let's see. This is my appreciation, but put my self-centered, ego-centered mind aside. Then Buddha's heart, Buddha's mind in the center of ourselves. So through the chanting, through the all ritual or etiquette, we put our ego-centered mind aside, then we put Buddha's heart, Buddha's view in the center of ourselves. So this Buddhist service, Buddhist program, service program is made for that purpose. So try to put Buddha's heart, Buddha's view in the center of ourselves. Then of course, I understand once we get out from the door, my ego-centered mind come back right away, right? So once you go to get the ohagi, so we forget about the Buddha Dharma, then we're thinking about the ohagi right away. That's a human beings, that's a human nature. So that's why it is important to keep practicing, keep listening. So keep doing the shorai, keep doing the oshoko. So that's continuing doing the practice is important. So that's why Jodo Shinshu practice, or Shin Buddhist practice is 24/7. We can practice. So we continue. Then lifelong practice. So there's no end, unfortunately. So we have to keep practicing. So I am in there is a book called Hoshiki Kihan. It is a book, the guidebook, our sect of Buddhism, Honganji's guidebook, to tell us the definition of all the ritual and the sutra chanting. So Honganji's guidebook says, Buddhist religious service opportunity to bow in veneration and pay respect to the Buddha and the masters, and read aloud the sutras and the scriptures, and praise the virtue of Amida Buddha, expressing with the utmost sincerity our indebtedness and gratitude. So this is the explanation, the clarification of the Buddhist service. So today is a spring or Higan service. So let's ask ourselves, if we put our self-centered mind, or sometimes we call this three poisons aside, and set Buddha's view, Buddha's heart in the center of ourselves. So today is a Higan. Higan means the other shore. The other shore is Amida Buddha's Pure Land. So it is said that we across the other shore as we complete the practice of 6 parameters, which we recited before my Dharma message. So according to the teaching, it says so. So the one of the purpose is we across to the Pure Land. So then we have to complete the 6 parameters. In Jodo Shinshu, sect of Buddhism, our Buddha, Amida Buddha, accomplished all practices, 6 parameters, and all practices for all of us, for all beings, for me to be born into the Pure Land at attain enlightenment. The Amida Buddha is always saying, yeah, come to the Pure Land. Come as you were, just come. So it is ready for you to come. Are you happy to accept that invitation? Yes? Well, let's say if someone give you, oh, here's a free mariner's tickets. Do you want to go? I say yes. Yeah, I go. If someone give you their tickets to the Disneyland, yes, I do. Yeah, I go. Here the tickets to Japan, free ticket to Japan. Do you want to go? Yes, I want to go. So right away, I raise my hand to accept these invitations. How about the Pure Land? Invitation to the Pure Land. Well, do we have to go to the Pure Land? Now, what is a Pure Land, by the way? Do we have to go? That's a question. So today, I'd like to introduce some aspect of the Pure Land from the Raja Sutra. So there's a really interesting definition of the Pure Land in the Raja Sutra. So first one, food in the Pure Land. Food in the Pure Land. Let me read the passage from the Raja Sutra. It says, when they wish to eat, bowls and plates made of the 7 kinds of jewels spontaneously appear in front of them. As they wish, the bowls and plates are spontaneously filled with food and drink of 100 flavors. Although as if one had eaten, one is naturally satisfied with the food and both body and mind being relaxed. One never becomes attached to its taste. When the meal is over, everything disappears, and in due time, it reappears. So this is the passage from the Raja Sutra. So whatever I want to eat ohagi today. So ohagi appeared in front of you. However, even before you eat, so you are satisfied, so you don't have to eat. You are already satisfied. So maybe in the Pure Land, we don't have to worry about gaining weight, right? Because we don't have to eat. Then after the meals is over, those dishes disappear, so we don't have to do dishwashing in the Pure Land. So, we don't have to worry about gain weight, the dishwashing. There's no food shortage. There's no disease associated with the food or too much food. So this is the message I'm taking from this passage is you don't have to worry, you don't have to fight for food in the Pure Land. The next is the bathing. So there is a pool in the Pure Land. One wishes the water to cover their feet. The water will cover their feet at once. If they wish to reach their knees, it will reach their knees. If they wish the water to their waist, it will reach their waist. If they wish the water to reach their necks, it will reach their necks. If they wish the water to bathe their bodies, it will spontaneously bathe their bodies. If they wish the water to recede, it will recede accordingly. The temperature of the water is cool or warm, just as they wish. So this is the passage from the Raja Sutra. So those who really like the hot springs or onsen, maybe it's a good place to go. So, in the Pure Land, this is my appreciation from this passage. In the Pure Land, there are always right amount of the pure water. So we don't have to worry about the drought. We don't have to worry about the flooding. So people do not have to worry and fight for water. Then the land, it says the land is so vast and extensive that it's impossible to know the limit. So people do not have to worry and fight for land. Jewels. The ground of his Buddha land is composed of the 7 kinds of naturally produced jewels. So like gold and silver, all kinds of jewels. Well, I don't care too much about the jewels, but some people do. So you can find the jewels all over in the Pure Land. So this is my appreciation. No one has to worry and fight for wealth or poverty in the Pure Land. There are also the beings in the Pure Land. It says there's no difference between all these beings. So this is my appreciation is in the Pure Land. there is no racial discrimination. There is no discrimination by one's appearance. So in the Pure Land, we don't have to worry about food, water, land, money, and appearance. So that aspect of the Pure Land shows us that there is no concerns in the human world. In the human world, there are so many issues and concerns. So the aspect of the Pure Land, it's saying, you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this. So in the larger sutra, there are so much details written, the aspect of telling us the aspect of the Pure Land. So each one of them are telling us, you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this. Just come. Just come. So we can just focus on, concentrate just on just one thing. It is the Buddha Dharma. We can just focus on the Buddha Dharma, the enlightenment. At times, refreshing breeze blows in the Pure Land. Tree leaves produce the sound of the Dharma. The waves and the pond that produce the sound of the great compassion and the parameters and the Buddha Dharma. In the Pure Land, always 24/7, sounds of the wondrous Dharma are produced. Those who are in the Pure Land is fulfilled with the Dharma all the time. All causes and conditions for us to be born into pure, becoming a Buddha, attaining enlightenment, are all set already. Amida Buddha's vow is that all of us to be born in the Pure Land, attain enlightenment. This is Amida Buddha's wish. It is Amida Buddha's compassion. Pure Land is the embodiment of Amida Buddha's wish, compassion. From the aspect of the Pure Land, we can learn Amida Buddha's view, Amida Buddha's heart. That is, we have to listen all the time. So through listening the Dharma talk, through the ritual, through this Ohigan service, we put our ego-centered mind aside and set Amida Buddha's view and heart in the center of ourselves. So thank you for attending this service today. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Even the names of the three evil realms of the suffering do not exist there. Only delightful sounds are heard naturally. This is why the land is called peace and happiness. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.